Hey, it's Andy here, and we've got guest Dylan, Katie here as well. We're playing Crystal Caves.
Yeah, Dillon Katie is an unfortunate name. My parents didn't like me. Or maybe Andy doesn't. It's unclear.
Well, it's guest Dylan.
It's
Katie.
guest Dillon.
So, guest Dylan in that same sense is hyphenated.
Yeah.
So guest Dylan, Katie.
Yeah, or guest is like Mr. or Mrs.
Right.
I am guest Dillon Katie.
So we're playing Crystal Caves. This is a game about mining in space, and the thing that I find interesting about this game, other than its amazing graphical fidelity and amazing space-like physics, is that the main character's name is Milo Steamowitz, which I think I remember reading was picked because it was one of the most generic and boring and stupid sounding names. Like, it just sounded like the name of a real loser. And it was part of the reason why, as a kid, I wanted to change my name to Milo. Because I loved the name Milo Steamowitz.
Unaware of the irony of picking what someone had decided was the most boring name they could think of.
Exactly. And the name of an absolute loser. Or at least that's what I vaguely remember reading in an interview with someone who worked at Apogee.
Have you ever considered why you read these sort of interviews?
You know, I haven't considered that.
Because it's not the sort of hobby I would recommend.
Reading interviews with people who work at old DOS game companies.
Yeah, was this like recently?
I read this?
Yeah, or was like where you were a kid when this was vaguely relevant?
No, this was recently. This is something that I did not too long ago. Was read about, who made what DOS games and when and why.
What is that platform supposed to be made of? Because it moves when you hit it.
That one? Oh, it's made out of segmented steel.
Oh, it's made of Mario material.
It's made of Mario material, exactly.
Yeah.
So see that little air thing there? If I shoot that and hit it, I die. Because there's no more air. Instantly, no more air.
Oh! That's unfortunate. Maybe you should have considered, like, a better system.
I also like the giant hammers.
That are hitting already created steel.
Segmented steel.
Yes. So it's not even, like, accomplishing anything unless you were really worried about, like, flatness? Was that a concern of yours?
I'm always concerned about flatness.
What are those? Are those lasers?
Yes. So the idea is I just have to go into each of these levels and collect all of the crystals. And being a space miner.
Yes. The only one in this entire facility.
The only one in this entire facility. I get to go around and just shoot anything I want.
That makes... Why do the rocks have feet?
Oh, because, Yep. So...
I say.
That's why.
Yeah. Because space.
Because space. And this is kind of what I imagine mining in space would be a lot like.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was the pink jumpsuit part of that?
No, the pink jumpsuit, I think, is definitely taking some artistic liberty with it. But everything else seems pretty spot on.
The weird...
Oh, that's right. You can shoot those eggs to get letters, which I think end up spelling like, I don't know, bogus, or radical, or tubular, or something. Or it might be the word bonus.
A or B. Why are there eggs? There's no animal for eggs. Do you lay eggs?
No, well, there was that, there's that runaway minecart there, filled with...
lays eggs.
Lays eggs, and there was that green thing, and the rock with feet.
Yup.
Could be baby rocks with feet.
I understand now. This is all very clear. Also treasure chests full of gold.
Yeah, well, I found the, I can't even think of the word for it. I found the key, which allows me to open up all the treasure chests and get all the gold.
Key is a very complicated second grade word.
Yeah, I had to really think that through.
Yep.
Okay, I've collected all the crystals. I may now leave the level.
Wow.
Eat this, you prick.
That was rude. You didn't even know him.
No, I didn't. That's fair. I didn't really know him all that well.
So there's just like little doors.
Yeah, there's little doors.
Televisions with propulsion systems.
Yep, and I guess EKG readouts because why not?
Yep, it's because science.
Yep.
That's about all we knew about science.
So this level actually is interesting because there's a light switch.
That doesn't do anything.
Well, I mean, that wasn't the light switch. That was a different switch.
Oh,
I
obviously.
also just realized how sad it is to say this level is interesting because it has a light switch. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that should be.
The kind
there
of game
we go.
Complexity you're used to at this level.
And that's the thing. In the world of DOS games, having a light switch was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
You had to actually find a way to like program in. Oh, that hurt me. Walking into fire will do that apparently.
I'm impressed that you decided to put flames which eat oxygen, and you decided it was worth it for the open torch effect.
Oh yeah, it just gives it a nice feel. And I guess that open torch didn't help me when the lights were out.
No.
That still needed a light switch. Okay, that way I can't go yet. Oh, I missed the cherries. I'm not Pac-Man.
What? Why are there cherries? I'm not gonna ask how they got here.
No, that's fair.
I feel like I already know the answer, and it's gonna be that look you get when you don't know the answer.
That look, that answer is basically DOS games. See spiders. Spiders with bones.
Yep.
See those bones, the spider bones? Everyone knows about those.
Yeah.
Dem bones, dem spider bones.
Is that from something?
I mean, there's that song, dem bones. Aaron?
No idea.
Listeners, help.
Phone in and help him, please. He needs
If
it.
you know what dem bones are, call in now. Text, I know what dem bones are, to Bones, care of Bones. P.O. Box Bones.
Or you could send us a telegraph message.
Telegraph message at short beep, long beep, long beep, long beep, short beep, long beep.
Yup.
.com.
Yes. Area code 7.
So, feel free to contact us at any time. But yeah, this is Mindless Steamwits. This is Crystal Caverns. This is space mining.
Yes. I'm going to take this moment because I've actually gone ahead and I found out some little trivia questions that I'm going to ask Andy to prove that he's really intelligent and totally knows about things like space mining.
Like space mining.
You'd be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised by how little information there is that is understandable to a not rocket scientist about space mining.
Are you now finally on record admitting you're not a rocket scientist?
I wouldn't do that. I'm not ready for it yet.
I apologize.
So, the first questions are just about space in
All right.
general. Okay. True or false? The sun makes up 65% of the mass of our solar system.
65%.
65.
Is it up to 65 already? I'm gonna say true?
Nah, it's 99%.
Oh, what a switcheroo! Oh man, my face.
A lot of these questions are slightly cheap. And there's no way you could know.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Okay. Now, guess how much the International Space Station cost. You could, guesstimate. I'm not gonna be like, you got a decimal point wrong here.
Is it in the 100 billion range?
Yes.
Awesome.
So, it's $150 billion. One of the most costly projects recorded ever.
That is pretty impressive. And that's in today's dollars.
Yes.
Do you know what that is in pound sterling? Or in pre-decimal day pounds?
No, nor do I know it in rubles, but I tried.
Okay.
But, I don't understand rubles, is the problem.
I don't really either. They seem really complex.
It's just like the non-decimal pound system.
Yeah. Yeah, or do you have it in dinar?
No.
Or denari?
Or rupees or yen. All of those were denied to me.
Oh, that's a
Because
shame.
I got it off the NASA website.
Oh, and I can see why they'd use US dollars.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of planetary body will future mining projects in space be happening on?
Round ones.
He got it in one. Though, they're not necessarily round, but I'll give it to you. Asteroids.
Oh, asteroid. Okay, I mean, that seems fair. They seem like those are mostly made of rocks.
Yes. So I've heard. I've never seen one in person. So
No?
No.
Really? You should.
I'm young.
Oh, yeah, you're young. In my years on this planet, oh man, it's like every day. It's like, oh man, get that asteroid out of the way.
Yeah. You should work on that. You
Yeah.
should move away from space.
I have a really long commute to work. It's not the most. It's a really circuitous route that I take the Challenger space shuttle into space
Regularly.
Yep.
It's why NASA's budget's so big.
Yeah, to get me to work.
Last general space question I have. Is NASA's Deep Space Network A fake thing said by fake people? I took this very seriously. Or B, a real thing that exists. I'll repeat it. It's called the Deep Space Network.
You know, the thing is, that sounds totally real and totally fake.
Yep.
That's really tough. I'm going to say it's a fake thing said by fake people.
No, it's totally real.
Oh, man, damn it.
Could you guess what it might do? Again, Deep Space Network.
Oh.
Could you be more generic? I'm not sure.
Is it for picking up Cinemax on Mars?
You're close, actually. It's for, like, radio signals and communication across our galaxy.
Oh, so it's just like relay stuff back and forth?
Yeah.
That seems super useful.
Yeah.
To space pilots.
Yeah. I don't know why they decided Deep Space Network was as specific as they wanted to get.
Well, I mean, they probably spent a lot of money coming up with that name.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
They
make
had
fun of it.
focus groups.
Yeah.
Of scientists. was the
Sorry,
problem.
they all thought that sounded really smart.
Yeah. So now I have some questions that maybe when I was thinking about space mining, I was actually just thinking about Star Wars.
Okay, that's
'cause
fair.
That's where a lot of my space mining knowledge comes from. There's only 3 questions, and you
Alright.
won't get any of them, so don't worry.
Good.
This is about Bespin. If you watch the Star Wars films, it's like the 5th one where like Lando there, and it's the one where Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker have their first battle. It's a space mining station.
Right.
For those of you who somehow have gone their entire life without knowing that, and thinking about this a lot.
Cloud City, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
So, when was the planet discovered?
Oh, God, that was the 30s, wasn't it? Back in the 30s?
Yes, obviously. No, actually during the Mandalorian War.
Oh, damn.
Is a time period you might have been aware of if you play more Knights of the Republic.
I was going to say, I feel like that came up in Knights of the Republic a few times.
Yup.
And I feel like the main character in Knights of the Republic 2 did awful things in the Mandalorian War.
Yeah, she did. Or he did. It's really your problem. Okay. Which is true? That there was a Jedi settlement on the planet, or the planet is basically Jupiter?
Like, is very similar in a number of regards to Jupiter, or we think it might be Jupiter?
Very similar in regards to being made of gas.
I mean, well, here's the thing that I'm wondering now, because we're talking about mining.
Yeah.
So, can you mine for gas? Is that the dumbest question I've ever asked?
According to Star Wars, you can.
So I'm then gonna guess that it is like Jupiter.
It's actually both.
You can't. What kind of
I can.
What kind of quiz is this?
The kind of quiz that I made up.
Oh, is it this or this? Oh, it's both.
I said which is true. It's both.
Okay.
Last question about Star Wars. If you happen to be mining Tabana gas, which is what they mine on Bespin, ironically on the asteroids, not the gas part of the planet. I
Right.
don't pretend.
Okay, that's fine.
How would you try to transport it?
Oh, God.
This is actually a thing you technically know the answer to.
Is it in Bacta tanks?
Carbonite. Hence the reason they had carbonite on that. It's basically just solidified gas that they can ship, because instead of shipping it in, like, bottles or barrels or something, they just freeze it into long little strips, and then they can carry it around. It's, fun fact for all of you wondering, just no one, used in certain kinds of weapons. Not really, like, the most useful kind of weapons, but some of them.
But we're not sure exactly which ones those are.
No, it's none of my business.
Okay.
I also have 2 questions about crystals.
About crystals. Okay, fair.
Actually applicable for once.
Alright.
Okay. What would you guess the word carat comes from? Carat being how you measure coolness when you're a crystal.
Coolness when you're a crystal.
What else is worth? Value?
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Strength?
I honestly don't know where carrot would come from in that. Like, I have no clue of where that would begin.
Okay. It's apparently the word, Greek, like, something really confusing looking that might be pronounced keratin? Or Carishan? Please don't judge me. That means...
Did you at any point while writing this, putting this together, feel that your facts may have been too specific?
No. I definitely didn't even really fact check most of these. This could all be a lie.
Next thing I know, there's not even going to be a planet called Bespin. Can we just take a moment to notice the fact that gravity is upside down in this game right now?
I was wondering, I thought I was imagining things. Why?
I picked up a gravity power-up that turns things upside down, which you need to get up to this area.
For these sweet, sweet mushrooms?
You can't eat the mushrooms. There are mushrooms in this game that you can eat, but they just kill you.
Oh.
So, you know,
So
there's that.
like the least attractive landscaping job ever.
Oh yeah, no, don't eat the mushrooms. You'll die. Oh, you'll die so many times.
Once, usually, unless you regen in the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so, like, unless you're, like, spawn camping yourself and killing yourself with... Yeah, I'm not gonna
Don't
keep
you
trying
often spawn camp on top of something that kills you?
on top of myself
Yeah.
and just keep feeding myself poisonous mushrooms?
Yes.
Yep, that sounds... I mean, that's kind of like what I spend most of my time doing.
Yeah. You're really bad at Far Cry, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's... Oh, God, so bad at it. Okay, so that was your first crystal question.
Yes, I have one more.
Okay.
And it is me having to rotate my screen a little bit. Okay. Okay. I actually like this one. True or false, and it is either true or false.
Okay.
I think. In 1885, a garnet weighing nearly 10 pounds was discovered beneath 35th Street, New York, around Broadway.
See, now there's some interesting parts to that question, because...
And it's not, it was actually 29.
Right, or that it was actually like 8.5 pounds.
No, this is really, did this happen?
But I think the thing that I find interesting about that question is that like, are you saying that it was found, like, by digging up, or, like, someone found, like, it was just...
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so, I'm gonna say true, because that makes a better story?
Yes.
Okay.
It is actually true. Urban myth has it either being found during subway construction at the time, or when digging a sewer. That guy's day got so great, so fast.
How much is garnet worth? Because it's not something you really hear all that much about.
I think 10 pounds of anything like that is pretty useful.
Yeah, I guess any real 10-pound gemstone would probably be very expensive.
Though, admittedly, when we were talking about carrots and what things are worth and coolness, or coolosity, I don't remember what I said. It might have been the crappiest garnet anyone has ever seen.
Right.
It was found, perhaps, by, like, one of those, jackhammers. So, like, it can't be in great shape. So, I don't know. But it happened, according to at least one website I looked at.
Yeah, how irritating would that be? Like, you find this totally sweet garnet, and then it's like, your jackhammer destroys it.
Yeah. That's when you give up on life, I think. Or get a different job, because this job is cursed.
The job is cursed.
Well, it's like the definition of a curse. You get something great and then destroy it.
God damn it. I ate another poisonous mushroom.
How did you accidentally do that?
I don't know. But so yeah, this was Crystal Castles.
Yeah!
And that was trivia about space and mining.
And space mining.
And space mining and crystals. And we hope that you all had a time.
Learned a lot.
Learned a lot about space mining. Mm-hmm. Thanks for making it to the end of our video and seeing this little end bit that we've put together. If you like what you saw and want to see more stuff like this, subscribe and like our videos and put a bunch of comments telling us what you liked about it and what kind of other stuff you'd want to see. And if you didn't like it, tell us why and subscribe anyways so that you can see if we do better next time. Thanks, bye!